Hello. Welcome to Better Minneapolis. Today I'm here with Marlene Leva, the owner of French Meadow Bakery, and we're going to talk a little bit about what it's like to own a restaurant right now.
Yes. Thank you. No.
So,
Thank you.
hi.
Hi, how are you? Thank
So-
you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, I understand you haven't been the owner too long. When did you become the owner?
September 2025.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just recently. Yeah.
Yeah. And were you working here before, or how did you come to be the owner? Yeah.
I wasn't working here before. For the last 2 years, have been talking to the previous owner, and we've done a lot of legwork, consulting, and kind of when I first made the decision to go into this new, adventure of a business. So I was just a customer for the last many, many years. I lived in Minneapolis myself, and it was one of those places where you always knew that you had good food and a good time, and
Yeah.
so that's kind of how I started.
Well, it's been kind of a mainstay of Glendale and this whole area for quite a while.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
But you've never owned a restaurant before or anything, so you're still
Not a restaurant, no.
okay.
No.
Well, great.
I was not an owner fully, but I worked with my sister in a coffee shop in Hopkins. So that was kind of like the initiation to the food business. My mainstay was just real estate. That was my main business for the last 17 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you want to become a restaurant owner? I mean, I hear it's a tough business,
It's a tough
even in
business.
the best of times.
Yes. I feel that I love food and I love that creativity that you can get, and obviously I'm coming from a culture where food is a big part of us, that's how you share, that's how you create moments with people. So I felt in a way I wanted to be in a business that would put me more in touch with helping more people and in a community sense, and bringing people together and making somebody feel good about, sharing a meal. So that was kind of like my decision to go into it. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I felt that I could do it,
So you mentioned your culture. Where exactly are you from? What's your culture, your
I
background?
was born in Honduras,
Okay.
Central America. I came to the U.S. at 17. I went to school up in North Dakota, of all places, Minot. Went there, graduated, and did my school in there, my high school and my college degree, and then I moved to Minneapolis 2002 or 3, I think it was. And then I've been here ever since. I built my life, my business in this city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what brought you here at 17?
What brought me here was learning English.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was my first. I graduated in Honduras. You only do up to 11 years of high school. So I had my high school, and then I was gonna go to college at that point. And after talking to my dad, and it's like, what, maybe I'll go to the U.S. and learn English. So when that happened, it was also like, well, why do you just get your high school diploma from here? So when I went to school, I did my senior year in Minot, and I took my classes, American. I took all my curriculum to meet U.S. high school requirements. So American history, speech, but mind you that I didn't know any English, and there was no Google at that time. It's like back in the 90s, So checked out a big dictionary from the library, at the school, and kind of started like writing down like word by word that I didn't understand, and like memorizing it and going back to read all my chapters. So long nights, and I got a couple helpers that would do it like out my lunch break, and they helped me pronunciation and speech and that kind of thing. So I think after about 7 months, I knew English because I dreamt in English.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when your brain switched.
Right.
So obviously watching TV. There was no Spanish channel at the time in that area either.
And so how did you find the community here? Have they been very accepting of you as being from?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I think Minneapolis has that. It's a bigger city, but it still feels like a small city. It feels like a community that supports you. And like I said, I made my life here, my adult life here, and it has been rewarding for me in every sense of the word. If I can give back myself, I would do anything because it has been given to me, you know.
So let's talk a little bit about, obviously the unrest has been very
Yes.
disturbing for the whole city. I mean, are there people you know that are personally impacted, or how has the ICE presence sort of touched your community and your people that work here?
In every sense, either business-wise, either people that we know, you know, family members that we know, or friends that we know, you know. And I don't want to say that, you know, immigration laws have to be followed. I did it. You know, many people that I know did it. We all did it. And I get that part. But the way the enforcement has been, it almost brings me back to memories of things that happened back in Honduras, where there was no civil ways to enforce laws. You know, there was just, it's crazy to see these people masked up, and that's like a guerrilla attack. You know, like there's no laws being followed. To be honest, like I feel like that's what it is. You know.
Why do you think they're wearing the masks and things like that?
I feel like wearing the mask because in a way they know that they are doing is shameful, and they just wanna. I feel they wanna cover their face because, you know, maybe in the future there will be somebody that's going, we're going to prosecute all these people. Who were they? You know, it's in a way they're hiding behind that. If it was so lawful, like we see the policemen coming here, if they want, you know, execute a warrant, they do it. No mask, they just do it because it's the law, you know, that they are in the right to do it. But they are not. That's kind of like off-putting if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Did you ever expect to see something like this happen in America?
No.
Yeah.
No. To be honest, no. Like I said, I lived here for 24 years, and I always felt that any issues, I went through the whole market crash 2008, and we survived it, and we made it work, and we, you know, switched careers, and we worked harder, and we did many other things, you know, but many things have happened that are not compared to this. You know, and I always felt that here you at least have that law to protect you, you know, and you have the right, that you have rights, and you could be somehow protected by that. But now it feels like the way they are just marching in houses. I went to drop off one of my workers, and they were just going through every house in a block in Minneapolis with no warrants, just going through.
Yeah.
You know? So that's kind of scary, to be honest.
Absolutely.
To be there,
Yeah.
in that position, yeah.
So have you had any problems kind of keeping your business staffed?
Oh, yes. Everything has changed.
Because I've read other restaurants are having to cut back on their menus, or
Yes.
is that happening here?
Happening here for sure. People have not come back at all. Some of them haven't. I had people that are citizens, even like people born here, when those events happened, they didn't want to come to work. I mean, I cannot force somebody to come to if they don't feel safe.
Yeah.
They don't want to be driving in Minneapolis, they are saying, and something like that happens, you know, or find themselves in a situation where they have to respond and something tragic happens. So people are really like, it's everywhere. It's the employees, it's with the vendors, it's even, I felt that I wanted to raise my voice because I want people to know, not just here, but in the country, in the world, that we are a safe community. This isn't something that is happening, but it's not like we're going crazy here in the streets, you know. We do events here, and we have many cancellations from people that are coming from out of state. Because what we see in the news, I mean, I receive those phone calls, I receive those emails, and their comment is, it's not safe. And really that hurts me in a way.
Yeah.
You know, because.
So how do you try and explain to them that it is safe? Like, how do you respond to a comment like that?
I said, you know, this is actually the time to support such a community, because Minneapolis has always been that backbone in a way of the Midwest, of that city, that almost that poster child of the movies that you see. You know, you see communities coming together and helping the neighbors and being there for even for the immigrant community. You know, it's been such an open state and welcoming to all, you know. And I said that, you know, I understand your position, I understand what you see in the news, but I can only tell you from me, and you can cancel your event, but know that the city is safe. I live in Minneapolis. I walk to my car. I'm here, you know what I mean? My whole family is here, you know, and it's not like it's a tumultuous war zone either, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I appreciate if you continue the support, you know. That's all I can say is for me, I understand the perspective that maybe the news would give you, but it's not the truth.
Yeah.
You know, it's not what it is.
And are these people that are canceling like events that are happening in the near future, or are you also seeing it like months out?
No,
like,
right now.
Yeah. Okay.
We had like, you know, you do your pipeline of schedules of events and stuff, and we had month of January, end of January, cancellations. Right now, cancellations.
Mhm.
Because people, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to get involved because I wanted people to know that we are fine.
Yeah.
That we are safe. You know, we are doing our best to also feel that we are living a normal life. And I think that's necessary even for humans, you know, just have your routine back, you know. A lot of people, everything changed and having to get up a lot earlier to go and take a different ride to go to work, you know, or how do I get to work? You know, a lot of people having that concern, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be driving or stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. So how would you compare the overall level of, not necessarily the events, but just the day-to-day traffic from when you first took over in September to what you're seeing now?
It has decreased. I would say about 40%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We see it, and like I said, this is such a business that everything you see, you can easily see it daily.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the current, you know, it doesn't take months for you to see the change. You see it on a weekly basis. You see it on your morning, you know, crowd and your lunch crowd, you know, you see it. It definitely has been affected, for sure.
Do you have any concerns at all that you're going to be able to weather this? I mean, they talked this morning, I guess, that they're going to, about 700 agents are leaving, but that's still going to leave like 2,000 here. I mean, if this goes on for another 2-3 months, I mean,
it's unsustainable. It's not, because, like I said, this is a business where you have to make the sale. You have to have that stability. Otherwise, there's no much room for it. Well, how else do you make it back? And you know, and you just go deeper into that hole. You
Right.
know. So no, it's not sustainable. To be honest, I've been weathering because I have other businesses, and I've been pushing myself to. I have a 75 employee payroll. You know, a lot of people depend on me too, and I'm somebody who also, you know, I don't like to dwell on the negative. I like to always look at something positive and just kind of keep pushing through. But it's going to come a point where if it continues, it's not going to be feasible.
yeah,
It's not going to happen. A lot of people have closed their doors, you know,
yeah.
because you see the writing on the wall. It's just simple.
So when you talk to other restaurant owners, you mentioned them closing their doors. I mean, is this consistent with all the other owners that you've talked to or
Yes.
businesses around
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. People are hurting for sure. People that have, you know, history of being on, not just like newer restaurants or anything like that. It's people that have a history of being here, you know, and it has been like a shock.
Yeah.
And we have taken the big repercussion has been here. We took the biggest shock. You know, it's like an earthquake. Just came in and we took it all. You know, I felt we have corporations here, like an Aldi's or Target. They can weather that storm. And a lot of times, those type of business, this kind of crisis actually helps them.
How so?
People go buy more. People prepare more. For the day that the last thing happened, people were like going to what's going to happen? Are we going to close it? Are they going to shut down? Are they going to go do riots and stuff
Oh,
like
so
that?
they like rush out and buy toilet paper
Exactly.
and stuff like they did.
Supplies,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, what do you think's the solution? How do we turn this around? I mean, is there? I mean, obviously, you probably want more people to go out to eat. Are there any city programs available to you that you know, or is the city?
I haven't heard any of city programs yet.
Yeah.
I feel that there has to be something to help out, because we also help out with a lot of our, like, supporting, like I say, employing people, paying taxes and all of that. And it has to be something quicker, less red tape, less, like, to be honest, like I said, I haven't heard any city help right now.
Yeah.
Either city or state, I haven't heard anything. And it almost feels that it's always, the business are like an afterthought all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody ever thinks about, like, and there's nothing wrong with being a business. I feel like sometimes people think, oh, you're a therapist so that they have all the money. No, we don't. We work, I guarantee you, probably double the hours than anybody else, if not triple. I can tell you, I've been here, my days are like 20-hour days, and I'm not complaining about it, but those are my days, you know, and it's not because you're just like money just flowing down. It's not. You have to make a lot of right decisions to keep surviving in a business. Many decisions have to be made correctly. And then when you have this kind of events, they can throw you off, and they can throw you off all the way to the ground, So I feel that the cities need to be more, if they're going to do something, let me see it. Like, I always believe in, I just don't want to hear words. I want to see action. I want to see results, because that's how things go. The words don't pay payroll. Words don't pay vendors, So hopefully the cities will do something,
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the vendors. It's kind of a link in this ecosystem I hadn't really thought about. People who are making deliveries, bringing your
exactly,
coffee and stuff like that, and all the rest. Yeah.
All the rest. We have, farmers. I know that we do a vendor here that has done the organic eggs for the last 35 years, and just this last 2 weeks, our order has been a lot less,
right?
Because we're not selling as much, So from everybody, it's a chain,
So then it hurts the farmer.
Exactly.
I mean, what does he do with the extra eggs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope that the city does something, pays attention. I know that they're looking at doing kind of an emergency contingency fund to help renters, like through the Hennepin County. So that might help some individuals,
right.
But I haven't heard of anything to help restaurants or businesses. I've seen some different stories out there, kind of talking about the issues that you're facing, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you and kind of hear firsthand,
right,
what's going on. Well, is there anything that we haven't covered today that you think the city should hear? I mean, I know you are a big fan of the city and would like to see more visitors.
More visitors, for sure. And, very quickly this week, I talked to business owners around here, and I'm doing a fundraiser on the 7th. I'm hosting it, and I'm going to have some support from the Uptown Association.
Oh.
I became a member recently, so like I said, when I hear those phone calls, it really got me going, like, why? What do you mean we're not safe? Like I'm just kind of thinking of how they are seeing it from their point of view, and I want to help, businesses that are affected. Like I said, just like me, I'm sure they don't have the wherewithal financially to weather all of this when you are not open, when you don't have employees, So I want to do fundraiser. It's going to be for small businesses that are here and employees. I tell you, I don't want to give you names. I don't want to give you my everything, but I have employees that haven't been here for a month and a half almost. They haven't gotten a paycheck from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know they are suffering, and I know they are calling me, and I know I have to help them out. You know, but again, like they feel that they need to go back to a normal life too. You know, like that's what makes us human in a way. You know what I mean? It keeps you sane in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the fundraiser. You said it's
February 7th,
okay.
2 to 6. Gonna be here in our event room. We're gonna have food, prices. We're gonna probably do a little bit of a break just to raise funds.
And you're hoping residents come and like
Residents
pay
come,
a cover?
yeah, cover. I think it's
Yeah.
like minimum. We're doing the details up until this morning.
Oh, okay.
We'll have it in our website and social media and advertise as much as we can. The mayor is coming,
Oh, great.
so we did get some. We wrote him a letter, so he's gonna come.
Okay.
I think he'll be here from 2:30 to 3, and it's gonna be an announcement. I think at that point as well. I just kind of like want to bring the awareness. I feel like I just want to bring the awareness of that we are a safe city,
Mm-hmm.
and it has been a response to, you know, when you go with violence, don't expect you're gonna probably get that pushback. That's just a human nature to respond, you know. But at the same time, like we are a safe city, and we just want to keep our doors open.
Yeah.
And have people to come in, you know, like we want to, and that helps us having a normal life, you know, in a way. You do your business, you come in, we go, you know, and we are not. I don't want to take that away from I don't want to hear the word that we are not safe. That's what I don't want to hear.
Right.
You know, I don't want to hear that. It's such a big word that it's impactful, you know.
So Valentine's Day is coming up, which is usually pretty big for restaurants. Do you have anything planned for then?
But we're gonna probably do like a prefix menu. It's also my birthday that day.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you. We'll try to. We haven't got that many reservations.
Do
yet.
they have Valentine's Day in Honduras? Or is
Yeah, they do.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, it was always like Valentine's Day and it's my birthday was always kind of weird in a way, but we are trying to get some not event, but just a prefix menu for that day. Just kind of get some reservations and get people to come in.
Yeah.
You know? Just like I said, have a normal day.
Okay.
You know? Kind of take your mind off of things, you know.
Do you have any ideas what's going to be on the menu yet? What?
I think we have a shrimp biscuit, soup, and we probably do either our salmon or spring walleye dinner, and some dessert. We just haven't. I just gotta find out. Like everything has just happened, you know.
And what would you say is the most popular dish here?
If you do the breakfast, because we are big on breakfast and brunch, we're gonna do probably the breakfast burrito is popular.
Mm-hmm.
The French toast is very popular. We also have, for vegans, the morning taco is a very popular dish as well. Then our wraps are popular as well. Salads. A lot of people have a big following for the salads,
Okay.
you know. And dinners, I think our salmon is one, and we have a walleye dish. Oh, the walleye tacos are popular as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course,
We-
walleye. That's a
Yeah,
Minnesota
dish,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I really hope that we get beyond this place that we're at right now and things can return to some semblance of normal. So,
I agree. Thank you for the interview, and I appreciate your comment. Thank you.
all right.
Thank you.
Great.